Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we're going to take a look inside these Joyo units for you. This is the one set that went la-la on me for the charge port on the receiver. Transmitter is still taking a charge, no hassles. So anyways, Banggood did actually send me my replacement set, and so I've got those, and they covered the warranty because these were clearly defective. They still work fine, it's just that the receiver would no longer take a charge from the port. So I did a little modification in the meantime so I could still use them. But I also wanted to show you, number one, the mod I did, just in case you're off warranty, because once you're off, of course, they're not going to replace them. But while you're under warranty, don't screw with them, don't take them apart, leave them alone, okay? Just charge them and use them. If you ever have to change your battery, because you don't spend $100 and then throw them in the garbage when the batteries puke, you can buy replacement batteries. And I'm sure Banggood's got them on their site somewhere, or you can find the batteries somewhere at some Chinese supplier, and they're like dirt cheap to buy. And they're just a single cell LiPo battery, and they're 500 milliamps. And if you're real sneaky like I can be sometimes, you can actually fit a larger battery in and get even more run time. Now the most runtime I've ever gotten out of my transmitter was about 2.5 hours. My buddies are getting about 5 hours out of theirs. I don't know, but you know, the receiver does last far longer than the transmitter does, because the transmitter of course does all the work. But even 2.5 hours, I'm quite actually happy with that, and the specs on the write-ups on these say about 2 to 2.5 hours of runtime, and that's to me pretty acceptable considering the size of battery and what these things are doing. So I'm going to carefully pop this apart for you, and I'm going to do my best to zoom in for you guys so you can really get a good close-up in here. This is starting to blur a little bit. Come on, focus. It's probably about the best we're going to get. So, I did a little hot wire job here. I've got a JST connecting plug. And what I did is I just soldered directly onto where the battery actually solders to the board. Okay? This way I can use an outside single cell LiPo charger. The charger I'm using, you can get it from like a Lighthawk Quattro, WL Toys, L929, or sorry, not L9, sorry, WL Toys, V929, V949, V212, and the Lighthawk Quattro all use the exact same single cell JST connector type charger. Okay, and the chargers are about, you know, $5 to $10 depending on where you buy them. JST connectors, even from Banggood, you can get a pack of 10 sets for like under $5, I think, is what I paid last time. Anyways, you only need the one plug regardless, but spares are always handy in case you got to do this one down the road. But the battery in here is nothing more than a 500 milliamp single cell LiPo battery at 3.7 volts, okay, which charges full charge capacity is 4.2 volts. And you could fit a bigger battery in here by just getting rid of these little rubbers here. And what I would do at that point would be to put some electrical tape over top of the battery so that, you know, when it all contacts, you don't puncture the single cell LiPo, because you don't want to puncture that with anything. Okay, that's just not a safe thing to do, which is probably why, of course, they have the rubbers in here, other than to hold everything in place good. And it's kind of taped on at the back to the board here. But there's not a lot in here, right? But what I did with the casing is I had to, you know, take my soldering iron and melt the bit of the casing here to fit the wire through to the outside. And the first initial spot I tried, I wanted to actually bring it out here, but it didn't work so well, so I did it here instead. And because I already had another set on the way, I figured, well, I might as well mod these in the meantime and see if I can get them functioning again. You know, because it wasn't the battery that was the issue. It was the charge port that went down. So the charging circuit on the little daughter board went, and so the receiver will no longer take a charge. So in the event that you have the same problem, if you're under warranty, wherever you bought them from, say, look, you know, they no longer want to charge from the port, if that's what your problem is. Or maybe you got a bad battery and it doesn't want to turn on anymore. You know, that could be another issue for warranty. You know, but don't go screwing around with these things while they're under warranty. Okay, that's the big thing. But once it's off warranty, feel free, change your batteries, upgrade the batteries to something bigger. You're probably not going to fit much more than probably 1,000 to an 1,100 milliamp battery in there. But you know, getting more runtime is always fun. And if you're good with a soldering iron, you can do this yourself. You know, if your charge port does go down after your warranty is up, then you can do this little mod. Okay, and because the batteries will last for a lot of cycles. Okay, I've never heard of anybody having a battery issue with these, but I did see one guy on YouTube that had the same issue as me, and I don't know how it turned out for him, but I have heard of a few people that, you know, after about 2.5 years, you know, because he's been on the market for quite a while, they would turn the power on and then it would just, you know, unbind itself or shut right down. It wouldn't stay powered. And that's usually just the batteries the issue, and you can replace the batteries. But don't attempt it under warranty, because under warranty the batteries are still covered. The whole unit is covered under warranty. So defects are defects, you know. So anyway, so that's what I did to fix this unit, so this actually runs again. But like I said, Banggood was, you know, they honored the warranty. They replaced my kit, and once they shipped it and I knew it was on its way, mod time, and to see if I could fix it this way. Because I did try resoldering the circuit boards inside first. That made no difference, so it wasn't a bad contact or, you know, a broken contact with the charge port at all. It was actually the charger circuit inside that went down on the receiver, and there's no fixing that. But you can actually put one of these connectors on and go right off the battery. Now the cool thing about this too, if you want to look at some fun for this, because I went direct into the battery the way I did, I've got a little LED bulb here. I can actually power an LED bulb off that port, because there's power coming out of the cable, because when you charge a battery you're putting power into that same area. And yeah, so I can run a little LED bulb off this thing, so it's kind of cool. But anyways, that's a look inside. Now I want to talk, before I go, I want to talk to you a little bit about these units too. The range is good for well over 100 feet. That's not in question. Even the guys, they've been testing theirs out. A couple of my buddies, we ordered some of these kits, and this is one of the kits as extras. And this is, of course, why I had a problem with one of the newer kits. They're getting really good runtime. They're getting the same good range, over 100 feet tested, no problem. Nice and clear, whether it's going through a bass guitar, electric guitar, acoustic electric, any instrument with a 1/4 inch jack plug-in like this, you can plug these into. Okay, that's how they work. It allows you to go wireless. This anti-interference button, some people say, well, it doesn't work. Well, yeah, it does work. Okay, you just gotta click and let go. Click, let go. It's basically, you're holding it for not quite a full second, but you gotta click, let go. And the idea of anti-interference is to get rid of the interference. Because what happened to us one day up on stage is, we had a collision that happened after a few minutes, and So all it was a matter of doing is hitting the anti-interference button, and the collision, what happens is it shuts off one of the guitars, right? And so by hitting the button, I think it was like once or twice we had to hit it, and then both of them were fine again. You know, because you can have up to 4 units going at the same time, and you know, they recommend 2, but you can go to 4, and you can definitely go, you know, up there, but you have to be able to have 4 guys in the same room, same time, see who collides first and shuts off who, get that guy sorted out, play for a little longer, see if you have another collision. If you do, then you get to the next guy, right? Till everybody is on their own damn signal and you're fine. You know, that's the only problem with these things, is there's no actual channel thing. Like my X5 kit that X5 sent me, you push a button, it blinks once, it's on channel 1, twice, channel 2, and so on, right up to channel 4. So you can easily set them up that fast. These things, it's a guessing game until you get this. The catch thing has nothing to do with the channel changing. I've been experimenting with that a lot. That's not a problem, it seems. So it's the anti-interference, which they should have actually just called it channel selector or something, I don't know. But and this is the only set on the market that I've seen out of all these even cheaper units. Like these are $100 Canadian, okay? But these are the only kits I've seen so far that have a microphone input jack and of course a control for it, but just having that mic input alone, this is the only kit on the market I've seen like that. This way you can play and sing at the same time as long as you're on a clean channel in your amp. If you distort your frequency, your voice is going to get distorted, or it's going to get chorused, or it's going to get phasered or flangered, or whatever pedal you're using. The end product is going to get affected. So as long as you're keeping your signal clean, feel free to use the mic input. And I picked up a headset mic, actually 2 of them, because I was concerned about quality on those. And they were like $2 each, and $2 each for shipping from Wish.com. They had the best price on the internet anywhere. And they work perfect with these Joyo units. But like I said, you got to keep it clean. You know, keep your channel, your sound clean, and your microphone stays clean. So anyways, guys, that's our look inside and battery mod, for those of you who may require doing that. But like I said, while they're under warranty, don't screw with them. Leave them alone. Don't pull them apart and try and figure out what's going on. Okay? I mean, whether you bought them from Banggood, AliExpress, Amazon, I don't care where you bought them. You know, but the thing is, don't mess with them while they're under warranty. After your warranty has been claimed, your new set's on the way. If these have not been requested back by that company that you've dealt with, then feel free to take them apart and see if you can, you know, just fix the charge port this way, which you should be able to. If it's a battery issue, well, you know what's in here now. Order yourself replacement batteries and put new batteries in. If you're off warranty, feel free to mess around with them, pull them apart, change batteries, upgrade batteries, that sort of jazz. Have fun. They are a great unit. I still say they're worth the money, definitely. You know, I like the sets, you know, and they're really good, but defects can happen. That's the thing. And this is the only set that's gone defunct on us, and that's fine, you know, no big deal. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.